Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's weekly free instant tournament. Um, you don't get to see me this week because I've had an eye operation this week, and I have to be looking downwards all the time. So the laptop is on the floor, look, and all you see is the ceiling, and maybe a bit of me with my right eye looking like it's had an encounter with Tyson Fury. Um, so you can concentrate on the bridge. You're not seeing me this week. So we'll go to the weekly free instant tournament. Free up, and we'll get started. Um, right. 13, 18, 19 high card points. And this is simply the robot's just so much happier dealing with a no trump sequence. It goes into Stayman, and this time it definitely has a four card major. Over two no trumps, it always has a four card major. It may not when it uses Stayman over one no trump. So we can bid three hearts here. Robot bids three spades, which is a forcing heart raise. So this is an interesting convention that the robot doesn't need to bid three spades here to show spades, because when it having bid three clubs, it's promised a four card major. So if it didn't have three hearts, three no trumps would promise four spades. So three spades is a forcing heart raise. So it's got four hearts, and here may be enough points for a slam. It's thinking. Um, Now I'm point light for my two no trumps. Um, I only got two aces and two kings. I think I don't want to be looking for slam. I'm just going to bid four hearts here and stop there. I could have, if I felt I was stronger, I could bid four clubs to show the ace of clubs, but I don't want to do that. I just want to say I just want to play in four hearts. But the robot decides to Q bid the ace of spades. So I may as well Q bid my ace of clubs now. We're committed to at least five hearts. So the robot will know the problem is diamonds. Sadly, it very often still bids six, even when it knows we're missing a control in diamonds. So I think we're going to be off the first two diamond tricks here. I think the robot handles these situations badly. There we go. Well, we are. There we are. So that spade lead is a good one for us. Means we can get rid of the club loser in dummy. We really need and so we'll have to ruff a club in dummy. We'll need the ace of diamonds to be on side so that the king of diamonds is a trick, and we'll need to ruff a diamond in our hand. And all that means is that the trumps have to be 3-2 because we have to have a trump left in each hand after we've drawn trumps. And this jack of spades could well be a singleton or a doubleton with the robot. But we'll just keep communications easier by taking the ace of spades here. We know the robot's led the jack. It hasn't led it as we got the 10, so it hasn't led from jack 10. So this is shortage. The robot likes leading short suits, which doesn't bode well for hearts breaking well. So I'm going to draw trumps now and hope they're 3-2. Not. That's what I rather thought was going to happen. Right. chances of making this contract are not good. Question is, how do we get out for the minimum loss? Should we just play on diamonds? I think so. I think we've got to. So we're in dummy with a club, and lead a diamond up towards the king. This doesn't look good either. Well, it's all right. So we just got the one diamond loser. I'm inclined to think we should lose that now. Is there any squeeze possibilities? Yeah. Well, if they don't play a diamond back, there's a chance that of club diamond squeeze, remote as it is. Is there any point in not playing a diamond, keeping the jack of diamonds? No. Oh, so the queen of diamonds is in the east hand. Here comes a club. And that destroys my communications for any possible squeeze. Well, I think just settling for, I'll have to settle for one off here. There's nothing else I can do. Draw all the trumps. Cash my 3 spade tricks. Expected that was a singleton. I'm throwing the queen of diamonds. Yes, the ace and queen were the same value. We'll throw the way. Keep their clubs. One off. We got 3% for that, unsurprisingly. Right, see if we could recover. 8 and 8 is 16, so this is 1 no trump. Or clubs. Well, this looks a little better. We should make 5 club tricks. I am gonna have to win this in hand and play the king of hearts. They're likely to switch to diamonds. I would like to play. Should I play 5 rounds of clubs, finding 2 discards from my hand, and then play a heart up? They're likely to be will they throw diamonds away if I play 5 rounds of clubs? I don't think so. I think I'm going to. Obviously, I'm not going to win with the jack because that's my only entry to dummy is to overtake the jack with the queen. And I want them to take their ace of hearts, play the king. If I hadn't wanted to take it, I might have played the queen. Now the diamonds are coming. As expected. We can afford 1 heart discard from dummy. After this, we got to throw spades. We can afford 1 heart discard from my hand as well. We're only looking for one extra trick after we've taken the clubs, but we've got to throw spades from dummy. Need the heart to keep communication in my hand. And we need to throw another spade. Well, can we afford to throw a spade? We'll be playing for the eight. We need to play for the ace of spades to be right, whereas we throw the heart away. I think I'm going to throw the heart away, give up the communications, and now they've chosen not to play the spade. That, I think, means the ace of spades is right. It's too late. I think we're going to be one off here. If I take the finesse and that loses the finesse of the 10, then I'm going to lose the spade as well and be 2 off. So that's my choice. Settle for 1 off or try and make it go 2 off. I don't think this one no trump contract is unusual. Everybody else is facing these same dilemmas. The ace of spades looks to be right. Otherwise, I think East would have switched to a spade if they didn't have the ace. So some people will be making one no trump. How many is the question? We want to try and get above average. Is -1 going to be above average? What's the difference between -1 and -2? Do we need to make this to get an above average score, in which case I have to play the 10? He had the ace of spades. Oh, if he had the ace of spades, he could have cashed it to go off. No, maybe he doesn't have the ace of spades then, because they've taken 6 tricks. I think everybody's 1 off, so I'm going to settle for 1 off. And the finesse was wrong, so the ace of spades is there. 38% for 1 off. What happened at the other table? Few people made it. People were more or off. So if we run the 5 clubs, does that have to give them some difficult discards? And then play a heart towards the king? Not sure. Right. Anyway, next hand. This is a simple 1 heart opening in whatever system you play. And partner goes to 4 hearts, which is a preemptive bid. No, in fact, it says 3 plus hearts, 11 to 12. They're not preempting there. They genuinely have it. But it's conceivable that we could have a slam here, but unlikely. North would have to be taking care of my spade losers. But there are some chances for slams, but I'm going to pass and play in 4 hearts. Most of the time, there won't be a slam on. And we've got 3 spade losers. So just as well we didn't. So the question is, can we manufacture an over trick here? This 8 of clubs will be from shortage. They won't have the king queen, so we don't want a club loser. Well, if we can ruff the fourth heart, fourth diamond in dummy, that we may want to do that to make sure we don't have a diamond loser to go with our spades. So there's an interesting here on here. Actually, the interesting thing here is actually to attempt a dummy reversal, because we've got ace king, queen jack, 10 9 8. So I've got enough entries to dummy to try this. What I'm thinking of doing is actually ruffing 3 clubs in my hand. So normally when you take ruffs in the long trump hand, that doesn't gain you any tricks. But if you actually ruff often enough to make it the short trump hand, then you are gaining tricks. But I'm just trying to see if that's a possibility. Because I have to ruff 3, I'd have to ruff a club now, go back to dummy, say with the king of diamonds, ruff another club, go back to dummy with the queen of hearts, ruff another club, go back to dummy, draw trumps. Yes. So it looks as though the dummy reversal is the right play, rather than relying on diamonds being 3-3 to get, or the jack 10 coming down to avoid that. If we look at it from dummy's point of view, we haven't got any diamond losers. We've got the 3 top diamonds. So I'm going to go for the dummy reversal. And I don't need to ruff low. I can afford to ruff high all the time. In fact, I'm quite keen to get the ace and king of hearts away. I'm always going to have to lead to dummy twice. Trumps. Again, I'm going to ruff this high, and you can see that was from shortage. I'm now going to cross to the king of diamonds. Lead the jack of clubs. I'm ruffing high again. Now I've got to hope that the trumps are 3-2, and that the queen and jack will draw them both. And they are, because we already had one round. So now the jack of hearts, and now we're just playing for diamonds to be 3-3 for an extra over trick, or for an over trick. And they are 3-3, so we could have made the contract by just drawing trumps and cashing diamonds, but by going for the dummy reversal, we've actually made an over trick, which, sorry, my eyesight's so bad at the moment, that 82%. Yeah, so it's worth looking at that hand just again in a little detail. If we look at the hand viewer link. So normally it's ruffs in the short trump hand that you want in order to make extra tricks. Normally, if I ruff in the long trump hand, you don't gain any tricks. So if I ruff twice in my hand, I've got 5 trump tricks. If I don't do any ruffing, I've got 5 trump tricks. So I ruff twice in my hand, I've still got 5 trump tricks. But if I can ruff 3 times in my hand, making the long trump hand the short trump hand, then I gain an extra trick. I make 6 trump tricks to go with the ace of clubs and the 3 top diamonds. So, but to do this, you need the short trump hand to have high trumps. And as I said, the big thing here is I've got ace, king, queen, jack, 10, 9, 8. And that also means that I can ruff clubs high in my hand. and indeed I need to ruff with these ace and kings because I'm the ace and king of hearts, because I need to play trumps to dummy twice and have dummy win them. So I can't keep the ace and king of hearts in my hand. So after the ace of clubs has won, we'll just step through it now. It's worth looking at because it's a technique that's not easy to spot. It's very easy to, we always think about ruffing in the short trump hand, so it's very easy to miss a dummy reversal. So the clubs led, ace of clubs wins. We go immediately for a ruff, but we're going to ruff as high as we can because we need to get rid of these two high big trumps so that we can play smaller ones to dummy. I chose to draw around the trumps here because I'm going to have to cross the dummy twice in trumps and once in diamonds to I've got to get, having got to the with the ace of clubs, I had the club ruff. I still need to do two more club ruffs and then get back to dummy to draw the trumps. So now I've gone to dummy with one trump. I'm going to ruff this one high again. And you see that I needed to because I didn't need to because only the two was there. But now I can cross to the king of diamonds and leave another club. Once again, ruffed high. And now, because we had 8 hearts and they had 5, if they're 3-2, dummy's hearts are good enough to draw the trumps. And now I can make my ace and queen of diamonds for sure, which gives me my 10 tricks. So I've got 8 so far. And in fact, because they broke 3-3, I had 11 tricks. But the dummy reversal technique is one that you ought to add to your repertoire. Okay, we'll move on to board 4. Now it's a little closer to average. One spade round to me. I feel with 17, but this singleton king is obviously not wonderful. I want to bring hearts into the picture here. I'm strong enough to double and then bid diamonds, which shows a hand that was too strong to overcall diamonds immediately. This suit is good enough, and normally my partner will first attempt to respond to me in hearts. So I'm going to double the takeout. 3 clubs, so that's a jump. Well, I don't like playing in 3 clubs. I don't think I want to make, well, 3 clubs actually says that it's got 9 points. So we've got enough for 3 no trumps here. Was this a sensible thing to do? I don't think my partner would have jumped to 3 clubs if they had hearts. So we got the points. We've only got 1 spade stop, but we may well be able to run 9 tricks. We know where all the points are. We know he started with 5 spades, but if they're solid, then we may be able to run 6 diamonds, 2 clubs, and the ace of spades. I don't think we can look at 5 diamonds as a possibility. No, I think at pairs, I'm going to punt 3 no trumps at this point. And partner turns up with a spade stop. The clubs are not wonderful, but you can see king, spade, ace. They've only got the queen and jack now, so they're only going to make 2 spade tricks, and I'm going to win the 3rd one. So I can make 2 spades, 3 hearts, ace, king, and queen, maybe another one. We do have 26 points between us. So this hand leaving only 14. This hand could have, opened on 11 or 12, but so there is room for the queen of diamonds in this hand. So we've got 6. So it's the best line to play this. We got a second spade stop. So if we make 2 spade tricks, 3 heart tricks is 5, then we can almost always make 5 diamond tricks. So we don't need to worry about setting up a club trick. So now we want to look at, so we're going to play on diamonds, and they may take two spades as well and the ace of clubs to go with a diamond trick, but then we'll have our 9 tricks. The question is, what's the best chance of getting more? Entries are a slight problem, but we should manage that. We know we've got 5 spades on, at least on the left, so no more than 2 on the right. Look at it, we've got 6 spades, so they've got 7. The robot's 1 spade opening is a 5-card suit, so East has 0, 1, or 2. I think they might have heard from again with a 7-card suit. So the odds are the Queen of Diamonds is offside, but there's a fair chance it will drop under the ace and king. Normally, if we were just playing, if we didn't have any indication of where the points were, we'd go and lead diamonds twice from dummy. We wouldn't play the ace of diamonds first to protect against the singleton king, singleton queen of diamonds in the west hand, because if West has a singleton diamond and East has 4, that means it's 4 times as likely that East will have the queen to West. And if East has 4 diamonds to the queen, we need to take 2 finesses to pick it up. So it's a mistake to play the ace of diamonds to protect against the singleton king, because singleton queen, because the singleton, if there's a singleton in the west hand, it's 4 times as likely to be a small singleton, all other things being equal. Of course, they're not equal here because we know that West has almost all the points, possibly all of them. So I think because we've got an entry with the Queen of Hearts, we're obviously going to win the King of Spades, otherwise we wouldn't have a second spade stop for sure. And we only need the 5 club tricks for the contract. Let's not difficulties. And in fact, they were 4-1 offside, so we definitely didn't want to do that. So we're going to give them the queen. We need to keep 3 spades. We need to keep the 3 hearts, so we got an entry back to our hand, so we can get rid of a club safely enough. They can cash their spades. Of spades. Right. Now, the one thing we know is that the ace of clubs is in the west hand. So this is the last spade trick because the dummy can win the next one. And in fact, we can always throw the king of clubs away on the spade if they carry on, don't we? So I can afford to throw a heart for now. I could, in fact, afford to throw the king of clubs because we know the ace is in the west hand because they wouldn't have an opening bid if they didn't have that. Right, we'll just throw that away, cashing their ace of clubs, dropping the king, 2 of spades to the 10, 6 of hearts away. We can cross with the 9 of hearts to the queen of hearts, and in fact the 10, 5, 3 of diamonds are good, but so is the queen of clubs and so the ace king of hearts. So we've got our 9 tricks. And we're back around the 92% this time. So we're back above average. My eyesight's not good enough to read those numbers. Basically, I'm using one eye at the moment without any glasses. So we've got 17 points, 5-5 in the black suits. So playing 5-card majors. We can open one spade, two spades from partner, which is 3 plus spades, 7 to 10 total points. That's quite a lot. Had the right 7, we might have chances of a slam, but I think we've got excellent chances of making 4 spades. So we will just bid 4 spades here, not tell them about our club suit. Right, and here they've taken the spade finesse for us. The king of clubs fills in nicely, so we've got 1 diamond loser and 1 heart loser, and hopefully this means we got no spade losers. So we'll play low. 1 to 10. I don't think they've led the 9 from the queen, away from the queen. So we see we had 8 trumps. They had 3, 5 rather. So it might be 4-1. They may have 4 to the queen here. So we might need to take another finesse, but we'll know once the king's played with the king. No, they're 3-2. So we can draw the last trump. Thrown a club away, which is very nice. Sadly, we can't end up in dummy after we've played all these cards. So we're going to have to just settle for 11 tricks here. I don't think they're going to bear their king and queen of hearts. We will make life hard for them by just cashing all our black cards first. Will we give a diamond and a rough? Yeah, no, we're going to cash all our black cards to start. But I don't think the clubs coming down together. No. So they've still got the king heart rather. So 11 tricks, 71%. Keeps us in 4th place. Right. 10, 14 points, 4-4-4-1. This would be a really awkward hand to bid in ACOL. But in 5-card majors, we could just open this one and strong no trump. You can just open this one club. Partner goes a spade. Remember, this is a best hand tournament, so guaranteed that 14 point, no hand has more than 14 points. So we'll just raise partner to 2 spades, just in case. And that was enough. That was all very quick. Right. Oh, here we come. Right. So we're not so happy now. There are some chances of a one club loser and 1 diamond loser. Right. So remember, as it stands now, this south hand is the one they can see. They can't see the north hand. So they've set us up 2 clubs here, which will allow us to throw 2 diamonds away. So no need to, you can rough this one low. We've got the 4 hearts are all good. The sadness about playing in spades is if we played in hearts, we might even have got an extra discard and made 1 more trick. Anyway, we're missing queen, jack, 10, 9. So we just got to play our 2 spades and hope they're 2-2. Looks like it. Yep, there we go. So they're all good. I'm going to cash the queen of clubs. Diamonds away. Cash the jack. They're not going to give up their diamond, lose their diamond trick. So I'm going to claim or give them the diamond at the end because we can't do anything about that. So I'm going to make 2 spades plus 3, which was worth not a lot. And lots of people were in 4 spades. A lot of people did make 2 spades plus 3, but obviously everybody who bid 3 spades on my hand got more. But actually, hearts is where you want to play. If they don't lead diamonds, you're going to make a lot of tricks. So 12 points, 5-5 in the minors. Drop down to 6th there. You only got 2 hands to catch up. So this is a 1 diamond opening in any system. Double from there, which should show, the other 3 suits approximately. Partner says they got 4 spades, which we're not thrilled with. So we're going to bid 2 clubs now, which sadly in the robot system only promises 4-4. And now we get to see partners telling us that they've got a strong suit, 6 plus spades, 10 to 12 total points. Right, so we haven't got a heart stop. Partner probably doesn't have a heart stop, and we haven't got aces to run our suits. So 3 no trumps is not an option. So alternatives here are pass, 4 spades, or 4 clubs. I think 4 clubs would actually get across that we were 5-5. So there's 15 to 18 total points, which it adds on points for shortage, an extra length in its total point count. So 4 clubs would reflect what my hand is worth. But partners promised 6 good spades. West probably has 4 spades for their double. So the question is, if partner has 3 cards for one of my suits, are we likely to make 5? Partner needs to turn up with at least 2 of the aces. I think this is just a misfitting hand, and I'm going to go low at pairs. I might have tried 4 spades, or even 4. I might have tried 4 clubs, probably at imps. As the partner could still go to 4 spades if they had 7. This is actually quite tricky. 4 clubs brings lots of different contracts in. We can play in 4 clubs, we could play in 4 diamonds, we could play in 4 spades, we could play in 5 clubs, 5 diamonds. Do I trust the robot to make the right decision if I bid 4 clubs? Twice rebiddable clubs, which means I must have 5 of them. I must have 5 diamonds. 6 less than 16 high card points, but 15 to 18 total points. It's really what I have. But the misfit with partner spades. Opponents East had an opportunity to bid hearts if they had heart length here opposite the double. So I think partner's got some wasted values in hearts as well. I think I'm going to stay low. May well prove to be the wrong decision. Well, partner indeed does have wasted values in hearts, but we can probably get rid of them. So those only have 6 spades. We're going to don't have a quick entry to dummy. If they switch to hearts, suddenly we're going to play that. Imagine the ace will appear. And the king of hearts appears as we feared. We can't get to dummy to throw our hearts away. But I've got a spade in dummy. They can only take one heart trick. So I'm going to play. Hope the diamonds are 3-2. It may not be because this hand doesn't have any diamonds. But five of spades. Diamonds. Now they're going to play the Queen of Hearts. And now the 3 of spades to stop me roughing in dummy. But they have trumped once. So we had 6-7. If we play low, this hand wins, then they're going to cash another heart. So try the ace, even though we think, well, we're going to try the king now. Queen. So this hand has the jack of spades left. Probably, conceivably, it's this one, but I suspect the diamond will get roughed. And the heart cashed. Six of hearts led. Two of spades. They haven't got any more trumps left. Claim. Down 2. 64% for down 2. Let's have a look at that hand. Where could I have gone? What would have happened if I'd bid 4 clubs? The alternative here was if I bid 4 clubs, the robot ought to bid 4 diamonds. And that's not pretty with a 5-0 break. So all in all, with the misfit, your best to shut up shop as quickly as you can. Last hand, last chance to get us up a bit higher in the placings. This is a 15 counts, 1 spade there. Well, do have a spade stop. I have 15 points. Partners there can Stayman or transfer. So I like to get this hand off my chest and bid 1 no trump. It's quite suitable for a takeout double as well, but partner passes. And obviously, we're not very happy. We could be playing in diamonds, which looks better. He's opened a spade. You got 15, 20 points. Play the queen. You might as well take the ace. We're going to take a diamond finesse now. But if I played the queen, even if it loses to a singleton king, that's all right. But if I play the queen, there's king X here. That's still all right. So the time when leading the queen is wrong. There's a singleton king in the west hand and 3 to the 10 in the east hand. Does it ever pay to lead the queen? When can it win? It never can win. So That looks quite good. I'm going to make sure to unblock the 8 of diamonds here. Notice that well, if this hand follows, I could throw the queen underneath the ace because the king would drop. But this hand doesn't follow. Yes, because if this hand has king 10 9, it costs them nothing to put the 10 in. And I still can't capture it. So I'm going to play the ace. The 9 comes from there. I need to unblock this 8 or the queen so that the 6 can go to the 7. And I can got an entry to dummy. That's something you've got to be careful about. So that's fortunate. I can't see any point in doing anything except hashing my winners. Am I going to throw on this one? A spade, a club, a heart. They don't seem to have thrown any hearts. I think I want to exit with a club. I could exit with a spade, couldn't I? I'll throw a club from my hand. And notice that actually I had no extra tricks in no trumps. There's nothing I can rough in this hand. In the short trump hand, it had 4. So at the moment, I think I'm making the same number of tricks in no trumps as they were making in as anybody playing in diamonds would make. I think 8 tricks is what. I think this should be a reasonably good score. So we did indeed end up in 5th place. We weren't likely to win since the leader had 83%. But 54.91 is equal 5th. Yeah. So it's the first 2 boards that stuffed us, particularly that first one. Need to find a way to stop the robot bidding on. But the dummy reversal, I think, on board 3 is board 3 that had the dummy reversal. Yes. So have a look at board 3 again and see the way the doesn't happen that often, but when it is, you need to be able to recognize it where you can rough sufficient times in the long trump hand and draw the trumps with the short trump hand. That's called a dummy reversal, in that you make your hand with the longer trumps effectively like the dummy. Normally the dummy's got the short trumps and you're roughing in dummy, but now you're doing it the opposite way round, roughing in the long trump hand. And so long as you do it often enough to make that the short trump hand, you do gain tricks. So that's the most useful thing to learn. Thank you all for watching. I hope next week I'll be sufficiently recovered that I can let myself be seen in public. And I hope to see you then. Thanks for watching, and do remember to like this video if you did.